illegal immigration only works because it's illegal. So what helps? Why is illegal immigration actually very profitable for America? It keeps the cost of goods low. So for example, right here, Bakersfield, the Central Valley, San Joaquin Valley, we provide fruits and vegetables for all of America. Come and see the people that are working here. Go into those, we call them los campos, the fields. Go see if they're, go ask them if they have papers. You know what would happen to your strawberries, your lemons, your oranges, your bananas if they had papers and they wanted a 401k? Of course, brother. Of course. Illegal immigration is great for the country. It's great, but it's bad for the immigrants because they get exploited. Now, I want to give you an example. And again, I grew up in this, okay? I see this. I live this. You are a legal immigrant from Mexico. You work in the fields, okay? And I tell you that I'm going to pay you $8 an hour. The minimum wage is 15.
Yeah.
Okay? I already know nobody else is going to hire you. I already know that. So then I take you in and I don't pay you overtime. I pay you $8 an hour whether you work 10, 12, 15 hours a day, and I pay you only the hourly rate. And then if you want to complain, the next thing I'm going to say is I'll just call immigration on you.
Yeah.
So we're being exploited if that makes sense. It's forced labor to a certain extent. So therefore, American illegal immigration only works because it's illegal. And so when you think about not only that, okay, so Donald Trump's approval rating with the Hispanic and Black community went from 6% to 20% during this timeline, okay? So now, why are they calling, for example, voter ID racist, right? Oh, you want voter ID? That's racist. Really? So then that means the DMV is racist, buying a car is racist, jumping on a plane is racist, because it all requires an ID.
Yeah.
So that means every institution in America is racist, right? But voting, everything else is not racist except voting, right? So the airplanes are not racist. Uber, if you want to get an Uber, they require your ID. Uber's racist, right? The DMV's racist, all of it's racist, not racist except voting. That's racist because it requires an ID. It's the agenda. So what happens? The Democrats already knew they're losing the minority vote because people are waking up, okay? So when you let an inflow of new illegal immigrants that don't know shit and they just know that Joe Biden let them in, who are they going to vote for in the next election?
But they have no rights to do that.
They're not citizens. But if you get rid of illegal voter ID, require voter ID, who can vote? If you don't no longer require voter ID, who can vote?
Everybody. So you just come into the place and say, I want to vote?
No, brother, you don't even have to do that anymore. You just do the mail-in votes. You do the mail-in, and even if you go to the booth, if you make it illegal to ask for ID, they can't ask you for it. You just go in and vote. And they don't ask you for nothing. So as you're coming in, they're being coached. Who let you in? And this is the thing that you guys don't see. I'm from there. I have family in Mexico. I know how it works. Who let you in? Joe Biden let me in. Democrats let me in. So then now, not only did you secure their vote for the next election, who are you teaching that let you in?
Kids.
So what you're farming a new generation of voters. So you're going to guarantee those votes for the next 50, 60 years. You're guaranteeing votes. They're harvest. That's how you harvest votes as well. So you're planting in the idea that, hey, like for example, the first generation, like you talk to my father or my grandfather, they're Republican all the way. It's the new illegal immigrants that are Democrats. Why? Because my grandfather remembers Ronald Reagan gave me amnesty.
Which was Republican.
But it's the new illegal. It's like from the 95s, 97s, 2000s now that those people are pro-Democrat, even though they don't share our values, because that's who let you in. So the Ronald Reagan era, that's why the Democrats started letting illegal immigrants in. When Ronald Reagan did that, he looked like the savior of Hispanics. Well, the Democrats were not going to have that. So what did they do? Open borders. Because now they need to look like the heroes. They have to erase what Ronald Reagan did in order for them to become the heroes. I don't know if that's making sense.
Yeah.
And then what happened with Barack Obama? Barack Obama created a program called DACA, which is a Dreamers Act, it's illegal. You can't do that. But it was a way to protect the people that were here illegally, that were here from certain year to certain year from getting deported. Brother, if you really are for the people, you should have given them amnesty the way Ronald Reagan did. How come you didn't? You had 8 years to do it. Because they want to give you just enough to keep your vote and keep you happy without giving you everything. Because they already know, if we give them papers, they have all the benefits of a U.S. citizen, therefore we can exploit them. But if we keep them just at the line, if we keep them where you have papers but you technically don't, we can exploit them.
If you like this short clip, you are more than welcome to watch the full episode on my other YouTube channel called Apollo the Original.